Good morning, guys. Today we are going to finalize our setup on the pending scheduled bike packing adventure that me and my wife are adding to our cycling activities. So we have yet to cover up the gears that we are planning to bring, but I think we are almost complete. That being said, we are going to discuss about bags and bike rack, which I believe it's the core strength of bike packing aside from having your bike. So bike plus gears, in other words, homeless, but in a bike. That sounds about right, right? I love that. So what we have today is the bike rack from Ibera, a very basic aluminum rear bike rack that includes a fender board. Very handy. I'll explain why. Dual purpose for those wet pavement. It has a shield that's surprisingly doing a phenomenal job. I have to use this once. I did on a group ride and it held up like a champ. It was raining that day as well, so the fender did a good job. It's a road ride, so it's like an actual piece included in the bike, so not very heavy. In fact, it's very light bike rack. All mounting gears are included in the box, with an exception. Always has a catch. But this exception really depends on the type of bicycle you have. So me and my wife are using the Linsky GR300 Adventure Edition gravel bike. I have posted reviews in this bike. Check the link if you are interested to know more about the ride. So this specific bike is made for adventure, meaning it has mounting options available for rear bike rack setup. So my wife's bike came with the manufacturer rear rack, so she's good to go in that department. However, me, not so much. So the additional hardware I bought is the screw and the spacer. Cost under $5 in my local hardware store. I could have bypassed the spacer, but I decided to follow the pattern of my wife's bike since we have the same one. Alright, pairing. So yeah, I got that compliment a lot. It's easier to mimic the manufacturer workflow. So the bike rack itself is very lightweight. It only weighs around 1.65 pounds or 750 grams. I have tested riding it without anything on a group ride on 27 miles road without any significant difference between no rack bike and with rack. Dimensions with length of 15 inches, width of 6 inches, and height of 14 inches. It has a max load weight that carries up to 25 kilograms or 55 pounds. This type of rack should be good for lightweight packing. In my honest opinion, 4 or 5 days adventure should be perfect for this rack's profile. If you opt on longer bike packing tours, check out the steel or titanium racks that can hold up to 170 pounds, at least for my wife's titanium rack. That is the max load per Linsky's specifications. Now for the bag. I know it's a broken disc for most bike packers that emphasizes on having a dry bag type to maintain a optimum condition for your gears, such as tent, cooking hardwares, clothing, and many other food. So, who wants to use a wet gear on a tour? No, I don't want wet gear, so, right? Well, at least for beginners like us, we want to eliminate that possibility of that situation. So less chances is better since we don't have to worry on that scenario. So we opted for the industry standard Ortlieb back roller rear pannier. It's industry standard. Like most dry bag, it has a roll type closure system equipped with the older 3-release QL1 mounting system. Very reliable if you ask me. Just practice on it. It's very quick, 10 seconds, 20 seconds, the installation part, and you're gonna be alright. Fabrics offers waterproof protection. This bag is suitable for rack diameter up to 16 millimeters. So dimension has width of 9 inches, height of 16 inches, and a volume of 2 by 20, so 12 by 20.5 cube per inch. Both bag weighs 26.8 ounce in the description, each bag is rated to carry a max load of 20 pounds, so 2 bags should give you 40 pounds of gears. We are under maximum capacity of the bike, so the rack is 55 pounds, so we are golden on that side. That's perfect. Now, enough with the dimensions. Why did we pick the Ortlieb Classic? Primarily, my main reason of getting the Ortlieb is its reputation. To keep things dry. I heed all the warnings of the veteran bikepackers groups and all that keep your tent dry at all times. This is one bag right here will be the home of the tent. One will be the clothes, and since me and my wife are touring together, we can distribute and share space for water and food storage. We will run down a gear before heading out on our first bike pack very soon. Not quite yet, but soon. For now, we are going to walk together on installing the bag to the rack and see if we can find something that would present some challenges. Hopefully not. So let's check this out real quick. The installation is pretty much a breeze. Line up the top hook of the Ortlieb bag, pull the string to the open of the lock mechanism, align the bottom part of the bag to the rack accordingly to stabilize the bottom part of the Ortlieb. And voila, that's it. All hooks of the bag, including bottom, are all adjustable by using a T15 Torx bit, not included. A very simple and effective mount and dismount of the bag in the rack. No complaints at all in that department. But we did see a minor issue with the size of the shim inside the hook of the locking mechanism on top of the part of the bag in the back. It has way more space to accommodate when attaching to the bike rack. If you are riding on gravel, an even surface, this will give you that annoying movement, up and down of the bag when you tug it into an even surface. It shouldn't be that much of a deal breaker though, but take note, you're gonna have to either buy a shim on Ortlieb. That would cost you a little bit more. I'm not checking that out since I opt into modification a little bit to fit the hook on the rack. So both rack on our end experienced the same challenge. My aluminum rack was a little bit more thick versus the titanium on my wife. So there's really no way to go around this. The size, it's loose. It's still loose. My quickest way is that find the correct spot of the back on your rack. Once determined, mark the spot on your bike rack and wrap it with electrical tape. At least that's on my end. Since my rack is black, should blend right through. On my wife's transparent tape or protective film to prevent chain slap, that same material perfectly works as an alternative for the titanium rack. On top of it, the only time I install the bike rack is when I actually use it on tour. If not, it comes out. I love gravel bike, man. Aside from that, I can't tell that this bag looks robust. It feels high quality. Materials are there. And most importantly, this bag is huge. It perfectly fits the MSR Harbor Tour tent that we have, acquired with a lot more space to spare. Only thing left is the inventory of gears to position in the bag in the actual bike tour. So that would be soon, hopefully. But guys, I thank you for watching and staying here with me. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, and have a great day.